What's going on, guys? Welcome to the June 12th edition of WWE Smackdown. We are your hosts, Nika Zoid, a.k.a. Arrow.
This your boy Fizz, known as Jay Fizzle. What it do?
And this is the most hated wrestler of the IWC, your boy OB Tynes, a.k.a. Blue. What's going on?
So, guys, today we are being sponsored by a half gallon of Jeff Hardy's urine. So just keep that in mind, all right? We are going to be talking about... Guys, we're going to be talking about what happened on the June 6, 2020 edition of WWE Smackdown, all jokes aside, okay? There was about 4 matches up here. Hey, Fizz, go ahead and carry us into the first segment, man.
All right, so before we go on our first segment, we can do a quick commercial. But go ahead to the next one. So Renee Young did an interview with Sheamus and Jeff Hardy, and this is the sign-in before Backlash. And what I mean by sign-in is they're supposed to, have a little face-to-face, sign a little paper so they can have their match, just to have a little segment just to make it, more impactful before the pay-per-view. Sheamus came out with a doctor. So if me can talk about before I move on, he specified that there was Twitter conversation that was going on.
So once again, we're not in the attitude era anymore where we can do any kind of segment and it's accepted. We're in a cancel culture right now. Blue's going to talk about the cancel culture. He's all too familiar with that. So given Jeff Hardy's history of drug problems, alcohol problems and stuff, they're playing this into their current storyline. I'm okay with it. Sheamus brought a doctor down, so Jeff Hardy could be piss tested, or as Fizz calls it, pee-pee tested, before their match. Sheamus wants to get piss tested.
About, you said that they had previous Twitter conversation that led to this?
No. It's basically just everybody's upset because they're bringing his real life storyline, and the thing is, Sheamus said, "Hey, I'm bringing a doctor. I want to make sure I'm fighting somebody who is, not under the influence during a wrestling match." I don't know if that was a shot at TNA because we all know what happened with Jeff Hardy and Sting back in the day where Jeff came out high as hell and Sting just had to win the match real quick to get rid of it. I don't know if that was a playoff of it, but it is what it is. He had to get piss tested. I'm going to let Fizz do this, but I just want to say before we get into it, WWE, I'm already docking a point off of your 5. Guys, we rate the show 1 to 5 stars. I'm docking a whole point off of the show automatically. I have peed, in a cup before, okay? I've never peed in a cup this big, and my piss was halfway there, okay? I'm not a horse. I'm not anything but a human being, and I've never had to piss all the way into half of the cup was filled with piss, okay? Fizz, go ahead. I just want to throw that out.
That was a big cup, boy.
Look, this, if I can get it in here, that's what Jeff Hardy piss look like. All of this.
True story. So jumping into it furthermore, Sheamus is using the word junkie to annoy and piss off Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
And he even made a statement. He kind of did his old commercial because WWE love putting in commercials. And he even said, brought to you by Sheamus, if you're a user, you're a loser, like Jeff Hardy. So they had this box. My man Jeff Hardy with the doctor, because Sheamus said, you're not doing this by yourself. You got someone eyes to eyes while you do this the whole time, which was kind of a little weird on Sheamus' part.
Yeah, he wants the doctor to look at a grown man's dick in the box.
In a cup that was, this big of a glass, and he peed literally 3/4 in a matter of 5 to 10 seconds of him peeing, because, he was in that box for maybe a minute, but you're telling me for this whole minute, zip, whoop, whoop, a whole 3/4 glass. Anyways, continue on with this.
That's what it looked like.
Piss test, supposedly what he called it. He paid for a rapid piss test. He even classified and said it takes 24 hours for the testing to get results. But this rapid pee test he paid for, somehow, one commercial results. Anyway, let's continue. after Jeff Hardy took the piss test, he got this glass of pee, held it for a little bit, did his little statement, la 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 la, and literally threw the whole amount of apple juice piss on my man's face. Now, it was dramatic. Sheamus sold it. But my man, I hope he drunk at least half of that because it was a lot of apple juice piss. Afterwards, Jeff Hardy signs it. Neek made a great point. So he said that in order to make it more beefy, because he didn't have to take this piss test, but he did it just to annoy Sheamus at the same time prove, but he could have signed it anytime he wanted to. Like, there's no permission by Sheamus that, hey, you had to get him to sign this in order for it to happen. So that was a really good point because I took exception to that. I didn't want to feel stupid saying anything about that. But I want to say the segment was good, except for that small writing that we're talking about this piss being this much. Unbelievable, but it was a good segment leading Backlash.
I ain't got nothing to say about this segment. I thought the segment was funny, and I like how real it is. I don't know how everybody else feels about it. This cancel culture stuff is stupid. I don't think Jeff would do this if he really didn't want to. And it's obviously going somewhere. It's not just for nothing. It's a good storyline.
Yeah.
But, I think Jeff needs to do better on his acting because Jeff, you're supposed to be mad that this dude is making fun of your alcoholism and he and Sheamus supposedly hit somebody with the car and blames you for it. Why aren't you mad at that? Like when he was talking, he just was like, Sheamus, you know that I'm mad because you did this to me. I'm like, what are you doing? Be angry. Like, why are you talking like this?
Oh boy.
Like you have to show some emotion on your face when somebody just did something very, very evil to somebody that you know. I thought the second was fine.
If I could counter that, he did say in the statement that he didn't want to go back to that dark place, so he's going to all these AA meetings once a week, and he's trying to expel and explain everything about, him hurting his family and hurting his wife and hurting himself. So I guess he's trying to find this tranquility of peace and calmness. But I agree with you, though. I would have grabbed a chair and bashed this dude's skull in.
Yeah.
You can be peace and tranquility, but you're gonna be mad at something like if you're a monk and you stub your toe on one of them darn tables, you're not gonna be like, no, you're gonna be because it hurt. Like
an airbending punch.
So, excuse me. New Day came out. They had a tag team match against Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro, which was a decent. See, I got a problem with that right there too, and I'm glad you did that because I have a serious problem with that.
Throw it out there. They've been doing that all over the place. All black people and all the wrestling.
No. There's a reason I have a problem with that. Okay, so it was a decent match. Shinsuke and Cesaro got the win. If this isn't building towards a tag team championship match, the champ shouldn't have lost. Kofi went for it looked like a frog splash, but he was doing a diving crossbody with the frog splash motion that he usually does. Shinsuke caught him with the knees and pinned him. I'm fine with that, but if you're gonna, especially in this time period that we're in now, if they're gonna throw up the fist, don't have them lose. That sends a bad message. That's my problem. That's
you said
don't let them throw up the Black Lives Matters and then they lose. For me, that sends off a bad message. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm looking deep into it. Keith Lee didn't wear Black Lives Matters on his trunks and his jacket and took an L. Okay.
Hey, he still got his butt whipped by somebody 4 times smaller than he is.
He did, but at least he won. And then Kofi lost. Maybe it's because Kofi lost. Maybe it's because Kofi lost. I don't know, but man, just know where Kofi's been. I'm gonna mention this every single time too. He was a WWE champion, man. Like, I'm so mad that, and I know this isn't part of the show, but I'm so mad that they haven't even considered letting him be upset about losing that championship not once. It's like he doesn't care, and I hate that happens. But
he has been upset, but they really haven't let him show it. Like,
exactly
about it. Like, he actually just shows that he's mad, but you don't know what he's mad about.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the Royal Rumble, he was mad and ran out and got quickly thrown out. Like, and that was it.
See, but if you don't know that though, and you look at the New Day, you'll think that he's mad they didn't get enough pancake batter, not because of a championship. For real, man, they be killing me with that, man. Like, I don't know. But yeah, what'd y'all think of the match? Cesaro, once again, Cesaro, you're a star, dude. I wish he won the championship.
So the 2-2 World Backbreaker that Cesaro did on Kofi, that was clean. I highlight
Fizz, what is a tilty world?
Tilted World Backbreaker. Tilted World. I got y'all, bro.
Tilted World. Tilted. Not tilted. Not tilty.
Yeah, that was a good move though.
He counted that to perfection.
It was pretty clean. But that was my only highlight of the match. I agree with everything else that Arrow just said. I wish it could have been where New Day actually won with that representation. But other than that, it was an okay match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a decent match to me as well. Like, I wish it had something else after this, because this match kind of set the tone for the show, and I thought something exciting was gonna come. Like, well, it kind of did with the Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, but like it was like it was gonna pick up, but it didn't.
It didn't.
But yeah, I think the finish was fine. Like they came out being strong, but showing Black Power Fist, and they just got outsmarted, you know.
Yeah.
It's because they're silly and they like when they come out the ring they're silly and stuff, and then when they're in the ring they kind of are still silly and they just don't take the match serious. So hey, that's what happens when you don't take a match serious. You're gonna have the heels get one off on you. So hey, it is what it is.
This is a quick segue. Totus. Whoo, that's Tucker and Otis, y'all. That's their new tag team, all right? It's Totus. Tucker's finally back, guys. Tucker's back. He was with Otis, you know, getting his senses right. You know, getting his senses right for everything. Mandy shows up. You know, her and Otis share a little kiss and stuff. That was blown over because once again, it seems like the most interesting thing now that the Intercontinental Championship has been decided. It seems like the most interesting thing on SmackDown right now isn't the Universal Championship. It's Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. Like, they started brawling in the back, and it was hard hitting. Like, that's how you build a feud. You make sure people really notice it. Like, if you want it to be one of your top feuds, show it. And that's what they did. So, you know, it did that. And then we had this was one of the highlights of the show, honestly. They showed a video package for the Intercontinental Championship and what it's meant for the business. The Intercontinental Championship right now, because of that package and the match and the importance of it, felt like the most important championship WWE has. That package goes back to Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, The Rock. The greatest of the greats have held that championship, and they really put importance on it. I love that package. It was. If you guys want to give your opinion on it, we could definitely talk about this because it was definitely one of the best things they've done. The Intercontinental Championship just seems like it's the best prize of wrestling right now. Like, that's the championship I want to go for. Like, it was brilliant. I love that video. I was about to say, Fizz got his mic muted.
I'm sorry. I agree. That was a good segue.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have anything else to say. Before we talk about the match, it was good. Good segue.
Hey, I'll just say I wish it did this package with a black dude holding the title.
Hey, you know what?
Hey.
Maybe Apollo Crews, maybe Apollo Crews will get that time, man.
Hey,
we're going to talk about that in our predictions tonight with Apollo Crews.
With Apollo Crews.
we don't.
Man,
that's going to be something we talk about in our predictions tonight too. Because yep, that the secondary championships. Funny enough, a lot of people don't realize the secondary championships are supposed to technically be the most important championships because back when we grew up in the Attitude Era and stuff, the WWE champion wasn't always around. So you had the secondary champions to really bring out the show and feel like they're the more important of the championships until the main champ was there. That's how these championships should be treated now. Like sometimes I know the champions that like the Universal and the WWE champion are supposed to be on the shows. Sometimes they shouldn't be used as much. That way like when they show up, it's like, okay, it's about to get real because our champion's shown up. But then that allows the secondary champions to really bring out the best in the secondary championships. Make them feel important. Like John Cena, as much as John, you say what?
Like I'm fine when a champion doesn't show up for like a week or like a week or two, but make sure you say why the champion isn't there, you know what I'm saying? Because you can have other people and save those spots for more storylines. And I'm not saying you should go the Brock route and not show up for months until your pay-per-view starts. But it's okay to skip a few weeks so you can build other guys up. That's what they used to do back in the day, and I don't see that now. I would love for that to happen now because that's what it should be. The secondary title should be right next to the world championship title because it's supposed to be a good prestigious title. It's supposed to mean something. It's supposed to be you're the second best, and if you lose that or whatever, that should elevate you to be in the running for the larger championship.
Right. That's how you catapult those stars into the main event.
Yep.
That's why even a belt was relevant. They made it like that too. So yeah.
WWE, speaking of the Intercontinental, before we get into the match, bring back the white strap. I like the new design somewhat. Bring back that white strap championship. That white the white Intercontinental Championship was beautiful. Bring that back, please.
I don't like the new belt, man. It reminds me too much of Jeff Hardy's belt in Impact. I don't know why.
Oh, it ain't that bad. Ooh.
I'm just saying that's what it reminds me. Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't like the belt design.
Jeff Hardy, I love you, man, but that Impact Championship was the worst design I've ever. Ooh, and okay. Anywho, match of the night, guys. Let's talk about the match of the night. The match went what? 30 minutes?
5 commercials. 5 commercials.
Yeah, 5 commercials. 5 of the same commercials too. I don't even know where to start. In the comments, guys, if you guys talk about how it wasn't super fast-paced and there wasn't enough flips and stuff, you guys missed the whole point of this wrestling match, and I'm going to disagree with you from the jump, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. This match, and I know me and Blue talked about it, I know a lot of times he likes the super bad heel versus the face, which is always fine. There's nothing wrong with that. To me, this match was perfect. It was perfect. It was a match to determine a champion between 2 of WWE's best competitors in a wrestling match designed to be who is the better wrestler. That's all it was meant to do. We didn't need any outside interference. We didn't need cheap tactics. We got a damn good wrestling match. WWE, I don't give you a lot of credit on some of the stuff you do. Kudos. You get this was one of the best wrestling matches on the main roster that you guys have done in a long time. Respect. I love the match. I love the pacing. It picked up where it needed to. It slowed down when it needed to. The story was told. I'm not even mad that AJ won. I would have liked Daniel Bryan to win, but really, AJ, we're going to see where that title goes from here. I think AJ is going to be a really good champion. I think they made the right choice.
Yeah, I didn't really care who won because it was 2 great opponents fighting against one another. The main focus was the match. Kudos to AJ Styles as well, because if Daniel Bryan would have won, hey, I still would have been hyped and happy.
Yeah.
I love the exchanges, the counter pins, and the submissions that they had that was going back and forth, back and forth. It was nicely done. And same as the exchange for the German suplexes. I was like, oh, man, like they're going back and forth 2 or 3 times. That was good. But one thing that I will say that let's see if I can talk about it here. So Daniel Bryan went for the running knee. AJ Styles countered it with the Styles Clash. That was clean. I like that. That right there to me was the best highlight of the whole match. It was clean. And then afterwards, he did a phenomenal forearm, pinned him, got the belt, and he literally celebrated. He has his own individual celebration. Looking at the belt, he's like, oh, man, I got this. It wasn't like one of those, oh, I got the belt now. All right, what it is. No, it felt like that was the next thing that he wanted to achieve, was the Intercontinental belt. So good job, AJ Styles, for even selling the celebration.
Yeah, I love the match as well. And yeah, like what me and Aaron was talking about. Yes, I do like a Savage heel, but AJ played his heel part very, very well in this match too.
Yeah.
Because like you obviously have the face Daniel Bryan, and then you have the heel AJ Styles, and they've been having this rivalry of who's the best person for a while now. And it was good. You got 2 guys that are trying to wrestle, and AJ, yes, AJ is known for a high flyer, but now he's an older guy, and now he's putting a lot of things on the mat. They're doing a lot of mat wrestling. He's actually showing that he can wrestle. He's not just a high flyer. And I love that. They were going with it. And it was basically a good submission match, to be honest. You had Daniel Bryan doing a lot of technical submissions, a lot of technical reversals. Then all of a sudden, you see AJ Styles, I can do one better. I can do one better. And they both were going back and forth, back and forth. Obviously, Daniel Bryan had most of the moves and stuff. He was in control most of the match because guess who won? AJ Styles. Whoever. And usually in a match, whoever's going to win, the opposite person, like the loser, is the one who's going to get all the offense. So that's how I kind of knew. I was like, looks like AJ's going to win this a little bit because Darren Bryan is whipping his ass right now. And so, but all in all, I love the match. I love how AJ was going to like use the ropes to his advantage. And he just put a methodical style to it. He slowed the match down. I love that. And then he didn't have to do a big move. Like you see, he did his Styles Clash, but guess what? They both had a crazy tired match, and he couldn't pin it there. So they were both tired. They both were slowing it down like, oh, man.
They sold the effects.
Yep, and they sold all that they did. You see Daniel Bryan still favoring the leg. And then all of a sudden he comes in for that last stretch, that big move that AJ Styles does, the big move came at what part of the match? The last part.
The very last.
Oh my gosh. Boom, 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's all you need. And that was, and especially the ending when he talked, and like after who was it, like Renee Young or whatever talked to him, and he just said it. I'm the best.
And you know what I like about that? He didn't say I'm going to be the best Intercontinental Champion. He said I am the best WWE Champion.
Yeah.
He is the best champion in the business. That wasn't even a heel thing to say. That was just a damn, I am the best. I am confident. I love that he was selling the effects after the match. He didn't just pop up. He's full of life. Still heavy breathing. Still did everything, but he got enough energy to say that I'm the best WWE champion that this business has. I loved it. AJ, kudos, man. And like you said, the one thing I will say is I really am so glad Daniel Bryan and AJ sold after the Styles Clash. I'm happy because a lot of people will no-sell moves and it just takes me out of it. They sold the effects. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Daniel Bryan was gonna counter the forearm and that's where the win was gonna come. No, he hit that forearm over. It was perfect. I have nothing negative about this match at all. And if you do, you're wrong. You're a hater.
I don't have anything negative about this match. This match is a damn good match. I didn't know who was I didn't know who was gonna win until like the ending parts. I was like, oh, if he hits that Styles Clash and if he gets to hit that forearm, it's gonna be over.
It's over.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good.
Matter of fact, because I'm gonna let Fizz talk about we're gonna talk about Sasha Banks and Bayley coming out. You know how you know that match was good? Those NXT wrestlers on the outside acting as the crowd, they have to sit through all of the tapings, okay? You know they're tired. The fact that Daniel Bryan and AJ got them actually hyped about this match, that's how you know you did a good job. When you get the wrestlers who are tired of watching wrestling at this point, because they're there for hours at a time taping those videos, the shows. The fact that the wrestlers got into it, that's how you know it was real. I loved it. Loved it. Guys, they're great.
It was one dude in the gray though, and they kept panning until the dude in the gray was just like,
yeah.
he looked like he did not want to be there.
He was dead. Badu was dead. He was dead doing anything. So you got anything, Fizz?
Well, we can just jump into the next segment real quick.
Cool, let's do it.
So Sasha Banks and Bayley came out for the whole celebration, becoming the second time new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. One quote that I do want to say that was kind of big, because we can see how hopefully it will lead to this whole Sasha feud and with Bayley. Bayley stated that she is the best women's champion, and it's lonely on top. Now, she took a few seconds and then said, but I have my best friend with me up here celebrating with me. I was like, holy crap, Sasha Banks, you're not going to say anything? I understand you're playing this whole, like, I'm your best friend. I may sneak up behind you like she has done in the past, but I was like, holy crap. Sasha Banks sitting there like, did she really just say that she's the best?
They're biding that time. It's perfect pacing.
I agree. Perfect. I agree. But, whew, if she would have just took that in, man, and had just some type of reaction, like one of those, like, for a split second. But I get it. I get the build up.
Yep. Can I announce who came out next?
Yeah.
So they were talking and doing all this stuff, and then we were interrupted by Nikki Cross and Faceless Bliss, because they both came out. And
JD's favorite WWE superstar.
Alexa.
Oh man.
Alexa. Everybody showed up. I'm gonna keep saying this till she gets it right, and she might not ever see this. And if her fans see it, I'm not hating, but come on, man. Everybody else in the ring, because the Iconics appeared on Titantron, everybody else had facial emotion except for Cyborg Bliss. Okay? Like, come on, man. Alexa, please, give me some kind of emotion in your face. Tell the story. Even when she, they threw out Bayley and Banks, Alexa Bliss is posing on the rope with the legit boss things like this. I'm just like, Bliss, come on. You're just going through the motions, man. Like, goodness.
This about to be the new Twitter joke, man. I'm telling you, we got to do this.
And I don't dislike her, but give me some emotion, man. Like, you care. Like, come on.
Wistful face.
Yeah, I do. I love the Iconics. These girls are great talkers. They are so hilarious, and they are such little like the little what was that movie Clueless, and they're just such bullies and assholes. I love it. And which one I think is Billie Kay. I think she needs to work on her in-ring work, but those two together are money. I love both of them.
I wouldn't be mad if they win the tag titles at Backlash, to be honest. I wouldn't.
I would love for them to win it, because they're like other than Banks and Bayley, they're the other like actual female tag team that are actual tag teams.
Yep, they feed off of each other.
Yeah, like they work great with each other. I love it. So if they continue to build on that tag division with those two and get those two working and get their in-ring work more polished,
they're good. They're squared away.
God's limit for them.
So we're gonna get into the main event. I'm taking another point off because Miz and Morrison were about to debut a new song and it got interrupted. I don't like that. I want the song. WWE, don't take the song from me. Don't do that. If you're gonna drop some hot fire with the Miz and John Morrison, don't interrupt it with Braun Strowman. Okay? Don't you do that to me. Braun Strowman, hey man, you cool with me, but you over here talking about bullying and stuff. I'm not gonna forget how you was dissing those indie wrestlers, telling them I had to, I was working out of a car and blah blah blah. You guys shouldn't get no sympathy. Braun, you a bully. You a real bully. Okay, don't think I forgot about that. So I'm docking a point because Miz and Morrison was about to drop that hot fire, and it was interrupted. Okay. Tucker's a star.
So I was looking forward to the music video. I was.
Me too. I was. They was about to kill it. And then Braun Strowman killed my energy by interrupting the song. So, boo. Boo. You get 2 thumbs down. I wish I had 2 more hands so I can give you 2 more thumbs down, Braun. You interrupted my song.
Matter of fact, here's your extra 2 thumbs, man. Go ahead and do the blissful face.
Hey man, the main event was pretty good. Tucker knows how to play a babyface. Like he's been gone for a little while, but man, if he knows how to draw sympathy out of people, he does it well. Because he was getting beat the whole match and he was selling moves. He was great. Tucker was great. The biggest nitpick I had was what the hell was Baron Corbin even in the match for at all?
Oh,
like unless the faces were gonna lose because of the distraction, we beat up Baron Corbin for absolutely nothing. And Otis comes back and they still win the match. So it was like, why? Y'all wasted time doing it. That was stupid. It threw me off the match. It was dumb. Like, I like how Braun Strowman does do the little train attack around the ring because my dude John Morrison got lifted into that plexiglass, boy. My dude John Morrison looked at dead. He dead it, okay?
That was the third best one I've seen someone watch.
That's because kudos to John Morrison, though. John Morrison can sell. Like, he can make a move like devastating. Kudos. And I love your entrance, John Morrison. I love it.
I thought Keith Lee, when he did his shoulder blocks, dope. That joke was dope last night. I was like hyped, like, oh man, John Morrison really had to go through the plexiglass.
I'm getting sick of that move though, man. Like if somebody's coming with that move and you see everybody do it, wouldn't it occur to you like, okay, if somebody keeps doing this move on everybody, shouldn't I just move out the way? Like, why haven't we seen that yet?
I'm ready to see Braun Strowman go and hit somebody and he misses, and run and like just bulldozes. I hope they do that at Backlash. Hey, WWE, this is me and Obi Tynes' idea. This Sunday, I know y'all didn't record it, but you better re-record, okay? He needs to go charge Miz and Morrison. They move. Bow! He just blasts through the plexiglass. I want to see it.
Yeah, he definitely needs a miss on one of those. You can't just keep hitting people and then keep hitting people and nobody and everybody at WWE is just so dumb that it's just I'm gonna stand where this big dude just charging me. Like, come on, man. Like,
he said they're so dumb.
Well, I got 2 highlights because this was Braun Strowman and Heavy Machinery versus Miz and Morrison and Dolph Ziggler. We talked about this during the match. So Otis launched the heck out of Dolph Ziggler out that ring. Like, my man was launched over. And I know Dolph Ziggler for a second was like, oh,
yeah, like it hurt.
Yeah. But here's the part that I'm going to criticize about. I know he has the money in the bank. And if he goes for the WWE belt, okay. But Otis wins with the caliper.
I can't be too mad at it, Joe. We got the.
That's strong, though.
But it's like at least he has weight.
Yeah.
but at least he has weight, man. That's like Hulk Hogan beating somebody with a leg drop or The Rock beating somebody with an elbow, and they're smaller. At least Otis is a big man, so you can kind of make up the fact that that's a lot of weight dropping on your small body. At least.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I got to protect Otis, man. He's invited to the barbecue, so.
I just don't want him to win with that move, though, for the belt, man.
Yeah, you can't do that against Braun Strowman. Like, I'd look at that and be like,
I get it.
They used to have freaking what's that dude? Scotty Too Hotty went with the worm.
Hotty.
He did start with the worm because it got hella popular.
But okay, so let me get this because I'm probably gonna be wrong with this. Did he win a lot of his matches using Caterpillar? Like, was it more of a tag where he?
It's called his ain't the Caterpillar. His is the worm.
Well, the worm. I apologize. The worm. You're right. But was it when he was in the tag team matches because it was too cool, too hot? I'm having a brain fart right now. What they call
too cool.
And
too hot.
I'll be real with it. But it was a move done before he did the worm. So it kind of added to the moves. It wasn't just, I'm going to do the worm and win the match, though.
But that was his finisher.
Okay.
Like I said, dude, at least Otis is a big dude, man. Like,
I'm agreeing.
Hulk Hogan was winning off the leg drop for centuries, okay? So, yeah, it's kind of hard to fight that one when the most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment was the people's elbow.
Hey, man, I got you on that. When he did the rock bottom.
But there's been plenty of times where he won with the people's elbow.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, the people's elbow ain't no tombstone. It ain't no choke slam.
I agree.
Even the stunner, you can, at least with the stunner, Austin brings them down like boom, like you can sell that. The people's elbow, it's,
Hey, man, that's $1 million elbow, though. Man, Otis got
a lot of people like to a lot of wrestlers I know like to downplay the people's elbow. Yes, it was a lot of flash, but let you elbow somebody in the heart for real, and that shit hurts.
Well, he did put some proof into it.
Like, if you elbow somebody in their heart, that must hurt. So,
and that's why Otis is so believable.
Yeah, and so I can get behind the elbow. Yes, there's a lot of flash before it, but if that elbow come on you hard, bro, you can be out.
Yeah, Otis is 300 plus pounds, so you talking about and Otis don't just, he don't just fall like The Rock does. Otis jumps.
He jumps for sure.
You got all that speed coming down with beef. And Otis is bigger, but he is a muscular guy under that too. So, yeah. He be sitting there.
Hey, man. He got two nice little beautiful kisses, though. We're not going to forget this, man. My man's getting kisses all day with Andy on WWE.
Yeah. I do want to see Otis tease a little more of the cash in. But then again, we don't know which championship he's going for. So, because they don't have Tucker around to really tease a tag team one. And this is his second match with Braun Strowman while he's been Mr. Money in the Bank. So it's like, y'all need to go ahead and give us some kind of tease or something. I know it's early, but that's what y'all gave him the briefcase for.
Let's hope for that backlash.
So, do we have anything else before we get to our matches of the night and the overall ratings, guys?
I mean, I can get one more commercial real quick.
Yeah,
it's brought to you by AEW because AEW is the best, the best, the best.
Guys, we're not sponsored by AEW in any kind of way, okay? We are not sponsored. Cody, Fizz, he's old and senile, so he's like Vince McMahon. He don't know what he be doing sometimes. We're sponsored by Jeff Hardy's Half Gallon Piss, okay? That's what we're sponsored by. So y'all, by match of the night, y'all know what it is. AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan. I'm giving the show a 3 because of y'all. If y'all were not in this show is going to get a 2. There wasn't much for me here. It was only 4 matches and I'm being harder on these shows like Raw and SmackDown this week because these are the go-home shows to Backlash, okay? Like, guys, get it together. This is Backlash is tomorrow. And tonight we're doing our prediction video, so you guys stay tuned for that. But yeah, 3. Match of the night, Yep.
I agree for both. I'm giving it a 3 as well. I guess because I'm used to the old school, WWE, Raw, and SmackDown, them having multiple matches. I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, am I going to spec always 3 matches on SmackDown, maybe 4 Raw, 4 to 5? Like, give us some more action, give us some more storylines in the match. Not so many of these segments that itself even takes like 2 commercials. It's way too many commercials. I get the sponsorship. Y'all trying to make money, but come on, guys, please. But the match of the night, I agree. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, that deserve commercials. But these side matches that are irrelevant, that should not last about 3 or 4 commercials. Otherwise, good job again, AJ Styles. Congrats on that.
That was match of the last couple months, for real.
The way again.
Yeah. Yeah, that match was probably like one of the matches of the year. Because they put on it. And it was great psychology, great storytelling. It was just a great match overall. I really don't have any problems with that match.
No.
I probably would have liked Daniel Bryan to sell his knee a little bit more, but that's it. That's the only if I want to nitpick, but that was it. And just like y'all two said, it's a go home show for Backlash. Only have 4 matches. 4 matches in 2 hours, bro. Like, come on now. Y'all could have put something else in there. 4 matches in 2 hours, and it's probably because they're trying to do Raw and SmackDown and put these shows into one. But
that's their fault.
Yeah, like it's not working because you can have these shows and you can like you can have these shows. You can have like your 4 main matches go on Backlash, but you can also have matches that you can just do on the regular TV shows and just have them play on a regular TV show. You don't have to always come on pay-per-view. But yeah,
they missed out on a lot. Like Sonya Deville and Lacey Evans last week had a great match on SmackDown because their first match 2 weeks before was booty. Last week they really did a good job, so I was hoping that we were going to see continuation of that. And y'all gave us 4 matches, man. So I'm gonna be critical of that. It's a go home show, guys. Y'all didn't really build me on Backlash. The only thing I'm excited about, because they should have saved Daniel Bryan and AJ for Backlash. But I mean, we have the greatest wrestling match ever. This is the greatest show. We have that, but that's not a good look.
Yeah, I had to get this match at 3. Maybe lower because it just wasn't exciting. They only had 1 exciting match. That's basically it. I really don't care about Backlash. Like I really don't. I don't care. Let's see.
Again,
we're still gonna watch it for you guys, so you guys don't have to. But so overall, 3 out of 5, and that's really being generous. But AJ and Daniel saved it. They really did.
I would have given it a 1.5, maybe a 2, just because.
I was gonna give it a 2 if they weren't up here, honestly.
Coming out hopefully.
But guys, we're gonna cut it here. Like, comment. What we really want is for y'all to comment. You guys can subscribe to the channel so you can catch all our videos that we post. Comment down at the bottom. You guys let us know, what you liked about the show and what you didn't, and we'll have a prediction video tonight. So you guys, we're gonna talk about it, but we might do like a live thing for that. If we can figure out how to do that, we might do that live. If y'all want to come chill with us, we'll do it live and then post it to YouTube as well. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. And Arrow, Obi Tynes, and Fizz, we are out.